Mosenugi's second budget speech outlining the province's allocation and plans to bolster infrastructure development, job creation and poverty alleviation.
Honorable Speaker, the budget proposals that are being tabled today are aimed at responding to the medium-term development plan, which is at the center of planning for the government. The budget allocated for 2025 financial year is 55.7 billion, which is geared towards addressing the priorities of government as set out above.
The MEC says the bulk of the budget is allocated to the Department of Health, Public Works and Roads.
A budget of about 44.4 billion is allocated to the social cluster departments to enable sector departments to contribute to the reduction of poverty and to tackle the high cost of living in line with the MTDP priorities. Within this cluster, the Department of Health is allocated 17 billion to render accessible, equitable and client-oriented healthcare services.
However, opposition parties are critical of the budget, with many questioning whether the allocated funds would be enough to address long-standing issues.
As the province, we are facing unprecedented levels of unemployment, and the budget allocated for relevant departments that can rescue the situations, they are given less budget. But secondly, also it appears that there's no concrete plan to rescue the situation. Today, the MEC for Finance still speaks about creating 5,500 temporary jobs, and also in the areas of construction. So mostly, in those areas, those people, they're always paid late, they're never paid on time, they're never proper incentives.
In terms of the housing, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of job creation, we haven't got a lot of successes there. The 3 job creation strategies that they did mention are all temporary jobs.
Others questioned whether these ambitious plans will translate into real change for the people of the province.
If you look holistically at the budget, there's not a lot of money getting to the ground, but 64% of the budget is being spent on salaries. That's before it's being divided to your entities and so forth. So a total of more or less 70% of the budget goes for salaries within the province.
It is not good for the Department of Public Works and Roads to have been given less budget, because you check in terms of rural infrastructure and the rural farming, where most of the people are creating jobs. Roads are in bad conditions, but there are budget cuts. Do we expect infrastructural development in terms of roads in this particular province? No, the situation will remain the same.
It remains to be seen if the budget presented will bring much needed improvements to the livelihood of residents in the province. Sentleeng, Lehihi, SABC News, Mahikeng.